Hey YouTube, it's Alicia here, and I am here to give you a Netflix review of H20 Just Add Water. If you remember this hit TV show from Nickelodeon, yes, I'm here to talk about this because was one of my favorite shows that I actually used to watch when I was younger, when I was middle school age. Middle school, high school, and stuff. I used to watch this, and this show is one great show. I don't want to ramble a lot, so we're going to get started. So the first thing I have to mention, the way they became mermaids is so cool, and how they found out they became mermaids is so cool. So let me just break it down. So they get picked up by the Coast Guard and stuff, and the Coast Guard and thing, after they fall into, they trying to find a way out because they fall into this basement, into the whirlpool and stuff at Mako, and where they are trying to swim out. They don't know nothing is wrong with them, so they swimming out. Cleo's usually and stuff and think. So this is how Emma and Cleo be friends, Rikkii. So yeah, it's that and stuff. But Emma used to be world-class athlete swimmer, and cause this instance she has to quit the girls swim team. Let me just tell you something. When I saw that, I said, oh man, my heart went out to it. But then she had a friend and stuff. And I'm going to tell you what happens. I'm not going to tell you a full what's going to go on, but you got 3 seasons you're going to love. We're introduced to Xander, also doing the first season. They all get these lockets, and now these lockets are very special lockets. And Rikkii, the way that it goes, Emma finds the first locket in the whirlpool. She finds the first one in the whirlpool, and she wears it. But then Cleo said, oh, I like it, so she ended up giving it to Cleo. Then Rikkii finds hers at a jewelry store that they got the winner's estate sale for, they can sell it. And it costed a lot. She said, I'll be back. And by the time she get back, they had sold it. But who they sold it to was Miriam, the class snob, female snob of their school and stuff. And Xander went to go get it back. This is during the second season. She goes and try to get it back. He said, I'll give it to you for a kiss. And he kissed her, and she said, I just thought I was going to give it to you, but you can give it to Rikkii. And she throws it in the water, and she said, go get it. And he goes, do you want it, Rikkii? She said, and he go, I'm getting it for you. And he dives in to go get it and stuff. And he ended up getting it and stuff like that. And stuff like that. And it's pretty strange. It's like a pretty strange thing. And stuff. And it's just kind of in unique situations how all of them get their power. Cleo, she can control water and lift up water and put it in her mouth. Emma can freeze things. Rikkii can set things on fire and boil things, stuff like that. So with that was just something I think was good part of the show. Now, I'm gonna tell you what the one part from the show, from the whole series, from the second series, we are introduced to a character named, not Claire, Charlotte. Her name was Charlotte. And her grandmother was one of the original mermaids. So as they get this stuff from Maxim, and they like have everything up. She's there just to see Lewis, and she walks in. She's looking at, oh, they said, oh, we found this stuff at a market, because they did not want her to know where they got it. And they had her picture up, and doing this, we see her flip her lid, and she goes, where you get the picture of my grandma? And they look at each other going, huh? And then like said, Louis, you gotta question her. Did she know her grandma was a mermaid and stuff like that? And then she like, no, and stuff. And so the guy that they got all of this information, they got this paperwork from, was named Maxim. Maxim was sort of like the past mermaids, Miss Chatham, now they was the mermaids of the 50s. He was the guy that helped them, but he was so much in love with Gracie and stuff. And he like said, he said, your friend's necklace, where'd she find it? And he's told where she found it on Miko, and he said, okay. And then she was like, talk to Lewis, was talking to Lewis. He was talking to Cleo about the thing, and Cleo mentioned, oh, the thing is kind of loose. He said, I can go take it and get it fixed. So what he took it to her, and he opened it, and he showed them, and then, okay, that is the special moment. And he like gets to Cleo is at the whirlpool when he comes in, and she's dry. He said, how you there? And he gets some of the water, and he splashes on her. He said, I don't mean you no harm. And he splashed it on her, and she falls back, and she transforms into a mermaid, and he smiles. And he starts telling his story. When it comes to the past story of the past mermaids, you're going to see Miss Chatham and Maxim tell their story. And when you see it, you're gonna hear his side, and you're gonna hear her side. Those are the only two. You're gonna have one of the original mermaids, that's Miss Chatham, and then you're gonna have Maxim, who was sort of like Lewis, looking in, trying to find out why this happened to him. So he had a lot of research on Mako and stuff. So it's pretty cool and stuff. So how Lewis found out is a pretty cool way. I'm not going to tell you, but it's at a party, and they have to get everybody out of the back to get Cleo out. So it's pretty cool. It's like a lot of shady characters over together. So let me just tell you this: Rikkii and Emma is the only ones who are still going swimming in the ocean and stuff because of this. But Cleo is kind of scared. So what makes Cleo decides, okay, enough is enough, I'm going. And Cleo still wants to have like a normal life, but they're trying to find a way to have a normal life and still be mermaids at the same time. So it's a pretty, like I'm saying, that's a pretty good. But Cleo, what makes Cleo finally get in the ocean to go swim, she asks her dad, do they ever catch turtles in the net? And he goes, yeah, but they have a way to get out. She go, okay. And so her friends let her know her dad's boat was like in a place that it shouldn't have been and stuff. So her dad has a new worker who's a man who's supposed to be doing the boats when he's not there and Cleo just watched them and saw that they had gotten the wrong nets. Let me just hear y'all. The wrong nets, like I said, the wrong nets, and she knew they was going to the wrong place. Now what led up to it, her friends saw, and they went over and they cut one of the turtles out. So they thought it was a roe shark to make it think it was a roe shark, And so she said, we cut the rope, we cut it. And it was just like, they was like trying to let it be known, hey, this is what's going on and stuff. And like her dad wouldn't listen, and stuff, until finally she had got fed up. She said, go tell the girls where I'm gone. And she finally jumped into the ocean, transformed, and she follows her dad boat just to see. And like she ended up getting stuck, but then her friends come just in time to get her out and stuff. And so she goes, she gets back before they be able to get back. And so let me just say, with this particular episode, the guy like, go get rid of those nets. And she's out there like, and he goes, what nets? And the guy go, and he looks at the other guy. He said, what's been going on? And he said, I'll be happy to tell you, boss. So it's a pretty good, like that. I mean, so yeah, some of the characters you're gonna have to watch for in this film. Excuse me, y'all. In this show is Miss Chatham and Malcolm. They are very good, very part of this show. Then, the parents. But what made me talk about this is like there are certain of their friends and thing, and you know, we're introduced to Bella in the 3rd season, and we end up hearing her story, how she became a mermaid. And I think it was kind of cool how she became a mermaid, because she was only 9 years old when she became a mermaid. She was pretty young, and so she has this diamond crystal and stuff. And so the 3rd season is pretty interesting. You really need to pay more attention for the whole series to get it, because it's a lot of things go down that you wouldn't believe. So yes, you got some in the first 2 episodes. You do got some. The characters you really want to look at is Xander, Nate. Make sure you listen. Let me tell you this: like the first 2 seasons is very important for you to watch. You want the villains in that category. You need to make sure you take a real good at Xander, Nate, Xander's father, and Dr. Barman. That's her name, and stuff. Because I mean, when they find out these girls are mermaids, and Xander find out, and they start stalking them, they start watching them like hawks. It's like important. And like when it's full moon, you gotta see what happens, because one of my favorite ones when it comes to is Cleo, when she really can't sing, but she can sing and stuff like that. And so it's like pretty crazy. But I think when they finally do tell see the guys, some of the guys get to see how they transform into mermaids. It's like, wow. But yeah, but the one thing I wanted to ask y'all, whoever have seen this season, what would you have added to some of the scenes from the series, and then would you want to see this rebooted or not? Another question is, would you want to see a all African American mermaid show or television series? Until then, I'm Alicia. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, comment below, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.